looking to our next match, Space Station Gaming versus Birds and the Bees. Birds and the Bees, the newly qualified RLCS team. They will be with us for Season 8. So these are both RLCS level teams. Where do you see this going, man?
Oh man, this is a tough one because Space Station Gaming they got a little bit of a roster switch in there with Arsenal now, which I like that move. I do like that move. What am I going to say about this? Well, I like Safety a lot. Safty's a great player. And if you had to replace him with anyone, I think Arsenal's a fantastic pick. Arsenal, previous Peeps player. I saw him play at Dreamhack Dallas with the rest of his squad, and he flexed right on stage, Ryan. It was so great. And this very talented squad here in Space Station Gaming, but you got to watch out for Birds and the Bees because they are a dark horse in RLCS. That's for sure.
They're up and coming.
I don't think they get enough attention, honestly, because you watch the promotion tournament and everything, and everyone's talking about like, oh, the Peeps promoted everything, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, and Birds and the Bees promoted too.
They did stuff too there.
They did stuff too. This is a fantastic squad, and did we see this coming through to the winners quarterfinal? Did we see two RLCS teams playing and knocking out their bubble team rivals in the first round? Yeah, a little bit. I kind of did expect that a little bit, but
I was predicting it pretty early on. But guys, if you want to let us know who you think's gonna win, you can do !B&B for Birds and the Bees, or you can do !SSG for Space Station Gaming. Meet who you got?
Ajax here. Ajax is in Birds and the Bees. This changes things up a little bit.
Yeah, he's gonna be hopping in for this one, and he's gonna be with them. So he took on. I have to look at the bracket on who they just played.
Yeah, okay.
But here we go. Game number one. Who do you got?
Who I got? I gotta be honest with you, Space Station Gaming.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with you on that. Space Station Gaming, they got a bit more experience behind them. They have that RLCS level of play behind them now. Birds and the Bees still, again, that dark horse. So we're gonna see how things unfold. This is a best of 5, game number 1. Shot attempt there, but AXB gonna pick up the save. Arsenal in the corner, challenged by Hoxer. Arsenal drops it down low. AXB off to the side, but not in a great position to be able to do anything with it. Arsenal gonna take it away. Ajax drops it down low. AXB to recover it. There's the shot attempt, and Sipical is there to meet the pass. Makes it a 1-0 game. 4 minutes, 17 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, 40 seconds in, and Sipical, that can't let that ball bounce off the backboard. Sipical is gonna be there every single time. Backboard defense, folks, so important. So important. It's so
crucial at this level.
It really is. If you let that ball bounce, you're going to get scored on every single time.
Well, and that was one of the things that we talked about for Afterthought that they did very well was that backboard defense. So they're not going to want to let this happen to them again. Roldiz up in the corner looking for the pass out. Hoxer is there, but not going to be able to do much with it. Challenge taken away from Arsenal. Arsenal with possession once more. Roldiz coming in though. Oh, and Ajax tries to take a shot of his own, but it's going to bang off the crossbar. Bump up high. Ajax trying to see if he can win out that challenge, but it's AXB's. Hoxer trying to get a pass, and we're starting to see them make something happen.
Okay.
Hoxer, what are you doing, man? He didn't need any help. He's got this one on lock by himself.
Big dunk there coming through for Hoxer. Ties this game up. He's like, hold my bags, folks. I'm not just carrying this team. I'm carrying this entire game. He throws that one in.
Oh, and AXB gonna forego that touch to let Sipical take a hold of it. Great little touch there. Sipical drops it out. There's AXB. Looking to try and set it out. Oh, and you see Sipical. He was in position, but he decides to try and forego that touch. Realizes it's not going to be anything great for him. Sipical taking this one up high. Gets it past. Oh, and where's the follow through? We see a double commit there for...
Oh, Sipical! Sipical did a great job. Take a look at this. I thought this was genius. Sipical keeping Ajax out of the play, bumping that, allowing Arsenal to have a free shot on net, keeping Ajax away from that ball. That is excellent excellent read. That's the teamwork that these RLCS caliber teams have, and you don't see it anywhere else.
Yeah, you definitely don't, and they're doing a great job right off the bat, showing us why they are the favorite here for a lot of people. AXB up high. Can't beat out Hoxer, though. Hoxer off the backboard. Spacestation Gaming looking great right now. Oh, and AXB, he's just gonna float this one right in with ease.
Yeah, he does. Take a look at this pass though from Arsenal, getting that just over rolled disc. Everyone playing their part on this offense. And AXB, he's just there to play a little bit of cleanup, folks, and just tap that one in. And right now, Space Station really showing up and just taking down Birds and Bees.
Yeah, Space Station Gaming, again, they were going to be the favorite going into this for a lot of people. So again, Birds and the Bees, though, this is a team that they're going to have to get used to. They're going to be facing this team a lot as Season 8 comes around. So they want to make a good impression right now where they can. AXB with the ball. Wins that challenge against Roldiz. Sipical taking it away. Oh, Arsenal just going to miss his touch. AXB drops it off to Sipical. And again, Space Station Gaming, they have comms on lock. These guys just work together so flawlessly. AXB off to Arsenal. Drop off the side. Hoxer gets the touch. But Sipical gonna push things forward. Oh, and there's the miss. There's an opening. Oh, no! It was left wide open, and they still could not make anything happen. AXB takes it away. Roldiz. And so right now, where are the teams looking at that they got to be changing up going through this? Because right now, Birds and the Bees, they trail. They got a minute, 20 seconds left to make something happen. Well,
I just haven't really seen a lot of offense from them, honestly. Like, we're seeing glimmers and opportunities, but the chances that they're getting aren't that pristine compared to what we're seeing from Space Station Gaming. I think Space Station Gaming right now really have things locked down, and their communication is stellar. And you can tell just by all three of their goals that they've been able to score have just been excellent team plays.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been solid teamwork all around for Space Station. So I'm with you. Birds and the Bees, they got to ramp up that offense, make some stuff happen for them here. Sipical takes it off to the side. Gets a touch, pass rolled is Arsenal. Oh, there's no power on that, and Hoxer's just going to clear it away. No problem. Oh, a double commit, but that's a booming clear. Puts it in dangerous territory. Shot from Arsenal. Goes up high. AXB is there. Sipical is on the backfield. Gonna again throw it back. Tries to get a second touch. And wow. Arsenal. These guys are looking vicious.
Yeah, they are. And take a look at the speed here. And there's so much going on in this play. Not only did AXB bully Hoxer into the corner there, but just the speed of Arsenal going back, getting boosts, getting right into the play to take the final shot. Everything is so coordinated and just tactical. I'm loving that.
Yeah, and speed is definitely the name of the game here, folks, as Birds and the Bees have really got to get some offensive pressure behind them and really kick things up a notch if they hope to make this any sort of challenge at all for Space Station Gaming.
Yeah, they do, but hey, take a look at this scoreline here in Game 1. Space Station Gaming taking it so superbly, 4-1 over Birds and the Bees. And you got to be asking yourself now, if you're Birds and the Bees, what do you even change up? And again, I think the scorelines here don't really tell the story of this game.
I think the scoreline doesn't necessarily, but I think the shots kind of do, and everything in that regard. So we're seeing only 5 shots coming from Birds and the Bees compared to 8 coming from Space Station Gaming. I had to do math really fast in my head. But right now, Space Station Gaming, it's not that they only have 8 shots, but all their shots are deadly.
Oh yeah,
every single one of them is on point.
Yeah, and the bump plays are huge. And you see Space Station really taking advantage of that just by completely taking the defender out of the net. Hey, your shot won't be saved if there's no defender in the net. That's the gameplay that they're working with.
If the team doesn't Yeah, and if the team doesn't present an opening for you, you create one.
Exactly.
That is what you have to do here, folks. So Space Station Gaming, they have game number 1 under their belt. Birds and the Bees looking to try and make a splash here in game number 2. So as we go into this one, we're already talking about, we want to see them increase the offense and increase that speed.
Yeah, we do. But hey, this is the winner's quarterfinal. Whoever takes this game will go to face the winner of Rogue and Afterthought. And next series is a qualifying match. So a lot on the line for these teams. They do not want to get sent to the lower bracket because then they won't get a chance at the qualifying match for quite a bit of time if they're able to make it all the way through.
Oh, and Sipical just has to get a little touch right there. He will get goal number 1 only 15 seconds in. Arsenal gets a great challenge there. He forces Ajax to commit, and before Ajax can recover, Sipical already firing in for that shot.
Yeah, and you have 2 players on defense in Roldis, and I believe Hawkster as well. And if you have 2 people in net, there's no reason you should get scored on like that. And that just comes down to positioning and coordination. And unfortunately for Birds and the Bees, they're kind of lacking in that respect this series so far.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll see them kind of step things up a bit. They still are only down by 1, so this is still within reach. They've got to keep it close this time, though. They can't let Space Station Gaming run away with it. Challenge there by Arsenal, but again, picked up by Roldiz. Sipical taken away off to Arsenal. Can they get it on the backboard? No, Hawkster is in the way. AXB making a great challenge up high. He's going to have to force Hawkster into a dangerous position here. And we see an overcommit there for Birds and the Bees. Just have to punch it through. Oh, and it's so dangerous, but they still can't get it. And Birds and the Bees hanging in there.
Barely hanging in by a thread, but this offensive run is not over yet. Arsenal taking another shot attempt, and right as you think it's going to end, he scores.
AXB, he's not going to let this moment get by after that mishap earlier in front of the net. Roldiz, again, we're seeing Birds and Bees, they're trying to get a little aggressive on their positioning, not having someone in the net to be able to come out and make that clear necessary. So Roldiz wins out that challenge. Arsenal looking to tap it out to the side. Demo, Hawks are going to be taken out of the play. That creates a little bit of an opening, but not much one. Oh, can they make that one work? Redirected out to the side by Hawks, who's going to get a save. Sipical is up. Again, though, Ajax is going to make a save right there. Stop things again. Hawks are up for this one. Oh, he doesn't get the touch he needed. That one could have been dangerous for Space Station.
Yeah, it could have, but 3 minutes left. You're already down by 2 goals early in this game. And Birds and the Bees, they have to make something. They have to start it here, Ryan, or else they're going to find themselves in a 2-game hole.
Yeah, they've got to start ramping things up, and you just have to wonder what comms are looking like for these guys right now as they try to kind of sort through everything. They've got half the game left to try and make things happen, make some magic happen for their offense, but Space Station Gaming are looking to just kind of shut everything down. So, Arsenal taking it out. Gets bumped away, but a nice quick recovery from him. Sipical is going to receive it. There's a shot attempt, but again, AXB is in the way. Space Station Gaming rotating so well. Taking out to the side is Ajax. And again, we see that really compact defense coming from Space Station Gaming. That's part of what's making them so deadly. Ajax clears it away. Oh, and a touch by Roldiz, but a little bit too much. Hawkster. He's down low, and Ajax comes in for the kill.
And take a look at this pass play, and this is really by the skin of their teeth, right through the defense. Ajax getting as far right as he could to nail that one into the net. 1 goal down, under 2 minutes left, and now things are starting to look in reach of Birds and the Bees.
Yeah, things are starting to look up a little bit here, but they are not out of the woods just yet. There's that glimmer of hope at the end of the forest. So AXB is up. Ajax has to make that touch out to the side. Dangerous play, though. Because no one's there to clear it out further. And right now, Birds and the Bees doing everything they can. Arsenal taking out Ajax. Sypical, again, pushing it past that defender. Arsenal once more. AXB looking to center it up. Can they get anything moving here? Hoxer out. Arsenal once more trying to counterattack into the offense. Space Station Gaming, they want to try and find at least one more goal here because it took everything for Birds and the Bees to find their first. There is the opening they needed in the backfield. Roldiz finds goal 2.
Defensive mishaps coming out of here, and Typical tried so hard to get that ball away, but Roldiz saw the opportunity, a little bit of separation between Roldiz and the ball, and that's all he needed to slam that one into the net, tying this game up under 1 minute to go.
And things are looking good for Birds and the Bees as they try to make the comeback happen. But AXB will pick up goal 3. So right as they find it, they get thrown right back into it. AXB just able to get that one as Hoxer not going to be able to make a touch.
And this is super unfortunate here because the kickoff goals, those are rough. You never want to let those ones go through. But it works out well for Space Station. And let's see if they can hold this lead for the next minute.
Sypical is up. Gets a little bit of a bump there. That's going to give him some extra speed. But Roldiz will save it. Arsenal kicks it out. Oh, dangerous play. AXB can't win out that challenge appropriately. Up high is Sypical. Kicked out by Roldiz. 25 seconds left on the clock. They've got to try and make something happen here. Hoxer out to the side. Hoxer, he's got time. Oh, and it's so close. Sypical makes the necessary save. And Space Station Gaming are looking great. 3 seconds left. Birds and the Bees have got to make something happen. Kicked out to the side. It still is live for Birds and the Bees, but with that touchdown, we have got game number 2 in the books for Space Station Gaming. Looking great.
And Space Station Gaming, I'm looking at the entire bracket here for the Montreal qualifiers. There have been only 2 sweeps so far today, and now Space Station Gaming trying to make it 3 overall, and they're trying to sweep no one else other than Birds and the Bees, a team that we didn't expect to just sit down so easily. But hey, this game was close as well, so again, the scoreline doesn't really show it.
No, I was really happy, though, with Birds and the Bees this time around. They definitely worked hard to try and keep things closer. They didn't let this one go without a fight. So yeah. I was happy to see this only go down by 1 goal for them. I think they made some changes necessary, but Space Station Gaming, they're still just looking so dominant. There wasn't really a moment that I felt Birds and the Bees really had control over the game. And I think that's where things need to change for them.
Yeah, I agree exactly, because that entire game, even when Birds and the Bees were in the lead at one point, it just didn't really feel like they were in control. And that's really what you have to do here, especially in terms of momentum. You got to play confidently. And the confidence, I feel like they're almost like trying to run away from Space Station in a way where they're like, they get the lead and they're like, all right, we got to keep the lead. We got to keep the lead. We got to keep the lead. But this guy's got to calm down a bit. These are pro players facing off against another pro team, a team that they're going to see in RLCS Season 8 league play of all places. You don't want to drop all of these games. So you have to make them close. You definitely do. And you don't want to make, you definitely do not want to get swept.
Yeah, so they're going to be looking to try and keep things close. Because again, like you were saying, this is a team they're going to face regularly. From here on out, as long as you're in RLRS, RLCS, this is a team that you're going to see. They're going to be around to meet you and fight against you in all these tournaments. So you've got to be ready to step up to that level. And Birds and the Bees, it looks like they're kind of finding their way. They look like they're slowly getting there, but I think they need a little bit more time. Right now, they've got to pick up speed. Speed is really the big thing for them because Space Station Gaming are so aggressive on the ball. They're beating out Birds and the Bees on a lot of plays right in front of their own net, where you see Ajax or Hoxer just slightly too slow trying to get up to meet them at the ball. And Space Station Gaming find these goals.
And again, it might not be so much the speed, but I gotta say the hesitation, and that comes hugely with the confidence and everything else that we were describing before. But folks, we're getting our lobby currently reset for our wonderful players. Gotta make sure the playing field is perfect and pristine for them. Gotta make sure the grass is trimmed, just perfect height for that ball to pitch off the ground. But of course, we're going to get right back into it. Looks like we're getting loaded in right now. But Space Station Gaming trying to get the sweep over Birds and the Bees. If they do it, I have really high expectations for this squad moving on, because they'll have to face the winner of Rogue and Afterthought, and that will be a qualification game to get a free trip, free ride over to Dreamhack Montreal. And hey, what else can you do besides that's awesome. That's a perfect opportunity.
It's right within reach after you win this game. So
yeah, it is.
That's going to be a really intense match for both of them. And really, Birds and the Bees, if anything, I want them to at least take one game here. Even if they can't pull off the reverse sweep, I want to see them take one just to prove to themselves that they can win a game against these guys, that they can compete at this level against them. So here we go. Game number 3, 1 game away here for Space Station Gaming as they go into it right away. Roll Diz off to the side. And there's Hoxer up high. He's going to try and delay that one. Manages to get a second challenge way up there. Just has enough boost for it. And he definitely needed that boost pick up there in the corner. Birds and the Bees a little bit slow here on the play development. Hoxer loses out that challenge against Arsenal. Arsenal.
That's an open net.
On the offense as Typical gets the finisher.
And take a look at Arsenal really doing a great job getting this one by both Ajax and Roll Diz. And all Typical had to do was just jump up and tap that one in. Easy goal, first 26 seconds of this matchup. And right away, SSG going for the kill here in Game 3, wanting this sweep so badly.
Yeah, things looking great here for Space Station Gaming. They have so much momentum with them already, so they're feeling good right now. They're sitting comfy in this series, but off the backboard, Ajax will pick up that save. Roldis has to clear it away. Touch out by AXB. Hoxer is there. Arsenal off the Sipical. Sipical, he's just going to kind of pop that one off his card just enough. Tried to see if he could bait out a defender. Couldn't quite do it, though. Roldis off the back. Arsenal up high with Hoxer. And we're seeing both teams try to break through this defense, trying to make some magic happen for him. Hoxer flicks it up high, but AXB's there, drop down. Off to the side by Sipical. Roldis has to make a really proper clear there. Not putting the power behind it. Up high. So right now, both teams looking pretty aggressive. Birds and the Bees looking a lot better, though. They are,
and that's an opportunity, but it goes barely wide, Ryan, and you're right. I think that Birds and the Bees are playing a little better. However, they did have that mishap early on that they have to dig themselves out of, which is really bad situation, especially in Game 3, match point. You don't want to get swept, and that really adds to the tension.
Yeah, they've got to be feeling the pressure behind them right now, so definitely goal number 1 was something that they were hoping to get, but Space Station Gaming managed to take that away from them. So now they're looking for an equalizer. We're approaching halftime, and still things looking close. It still is very much doable here. Great challenge there by Roldiz, but he's not going to be able to beat out Arsenal. Up high. Kicked out to the side is Sipical. And Space Station Gaming just very clinical on their passing plays. That one could have been deadly, but AXB just going to take up the wall.
Here comes Sipical!
Straight down to Sipical, who fires, but it's saved by Hoxer. And then Roldiz making the counter push, and there's a chance, but Hoxer is stuffed away. Ajax up on the wall, trying to make another play happen right out to the mid. But again, Space Station Gaming, they are so fast on the ball. They have zero hesitation, like you were saying earlier, when they go in for these challenges.
Yeah, and that's what makes it so deadly for them. It's that zero hesitation, that total commitment early on. That's what's working really well.
Oh, and Ajax.
You can't give him that much
goal
space.
Number 1.
You can't give him that.
Birds and the Bees are right back in it. Sipical.
That's unfortunate.
Slow on that challenge there. He was in a bad position, so you saw him do the backflip to try and make something happen, but no, he should have called his teammate in for that challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, unfortunate circumstances there led to that goal. But now, if you're Birds of the Bees, this is going to breathe new life into you. It's going to give you more opportunities, and now you're not quite out of it just yet. You still have plenty of time here to take the lead.
Arsenal taking it up high. Sypical can't put it away, but the onslaught continues with AXB and Arsenal. And AXB, he's just going to be off to the side, ready for any place to develop there. He's up high to make a stop. Hoxer and Roldiz. Sypical clears it out to the mid. Dangerous position, but we see a double commit coming from Birds and the Bees. Sypical redirects back outbound. We have 1 minute left, and both teams are tied up. Birds and the Bees have a bit of a chance here, but Sypical tries to sit down beautifully.
Sypical! Are you kidding me? Take a look at this angle he's able to get on this shot, and then he gets one more tap coming off the backboard over Ajax. Are you kidding me, Sypical?
Sypical not only managing to drop it down, but he also manages to drop himself and dunk it straight on Ajax. Just ruining everything right there for him.
Wow.
So Spacestation Gaming take the lead once more. Birds and the Bees have got to make a comeback, and they have struggled for every single goal they've gotten so far this series. Roldiz clearing it out. Hoxer with the ball. Great attempt there. Oh, and they try to redirect it out once more, but Sypical in the way. Great demo as Arsenal is removed. That's going to give them some room to breathe, try to make something happen. Poor clear out. It's going to make things dangerous.
You got to be careful, though, here. You're 20 seconds left. You still have the lead, but you're also playing against Birds and the Bees. So right now, after Space Station, you got to play carefully.
Yeah, careful. Careful is definitely the way they got to go. But at the same time, they're down 2 in the series. They're down 1. I say go all out. This is your last chance right now as the timer ticks down. They can't let this drop. Hoxer.
It is, last chance.
Just manages to keep it alive. Roldiz clears it down. And they're trying to kill this one. Ajax, again, keeping it alive for a bit longer. Oh! And there was an opportunity, but just touches the ground right before he can get to it.
And right here, Space Station Gaming getting the sweep over Birds and the Bees each game. Or not each game, but game 2 and 3 decided only by 1 goal. Game 1, of course, decided by 3. All in favor of Space Station, but oh my goodness, Ryan, what a great series. We thought our first series of the day was good.
That second one was only better, man.
Yeah, it was. Wow. And Space Station, like, this was a sweep, but I felt the quality of Rocket League that we got to see from these two teams was extraordinary. And not to dish out on the other 2 squads we saw play, because they played well. But you kidding me? Like, Sypical with that last shot.
Oh, that was just gorgeous.
You can't make this.
That's highlight reel material right there.
You can't script that. Only here on Rival Esports can you script that. But man, like, what a great time, Ryan. And we have a lot more here. This bracket's barely started.
Oh yeah, guys. Things are just heating up as we continue to make our way through the bracket here on Rival Esports and continue our coverage for the Dreamhack Montreal closed qualifiers for North America. Things have been really great, man. I've been having a lot of fun with you guys today.
Oh, yeah.
But we are going to have to say goodbye to you guys at home as we pass things off to Dazarin and Hunted, who'll be joining you next after this 5-minute break. Guys, it has been our pleasure to be with you. We'll see you guys next time, but stick around for Dazarin and Hunted.